Okay, so we've got a right angle triangle. First thing we are going to do is name the sides. So find the right angle, straight across, that's the hypotenuse. Find the angle that we're using, straight across, that's the opposite. And the one that's left is the adjacent. Now we're going to use SOHCAHTOA to decide whether we're using sine, cos or tan. So we tick off what we know or what we want to know. So in this case we have got the opposite. So we tick off the O's, and we also have the hypotenuse. So we tick off the H's. The one with two ticks is so we're going to use sine. So sine x is equal to the opposite side divided by the hypotenuse. Now we need to fill in our numbers. So again, sine x, our opposite side is 4, and our hypotenuse is 9. So because we want to find an angle, we have to use the inverse function. So it's sine to minus 1, or inverse. 4 over 9 is equal to x. And that's how we put it into the calculator. So remember, it's shift sign to get the inverse function on the calculator. 4 over 9, hit equals, and we should have 26.3877 for our angle. So x equals 26.3877 ... and then we're going to round to 2 decimal places, so 26.39 degrees. Okay, same again, we are going to name our sides, find the right angle, go straight across from it, that's the hypotenuse. Find the angle that we're using, straight across, that's the opposite. And the one that's left is the adjacent. Again, SOHCAHTOA to find out which function we're going to use, if it's sine, cos or tan. So we know the hypotenuse, tick off the H's, and this time we know the adjacent, tick off the A's. The one with two ticks is ca, so it's cosine we're going to be using. So cos x is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Fill in our numbers. So we are going to have cos x degrees is equal to 10 over 14. We have to use the inverse function to find the angle. So cos to the minus 1, 10 over 14 is equal to x. So again in the calculator it's shift cos to get the inverse function, then 10 over 14 and hit equals. So my angle x is equal to 44.4153 ... round to 2 decimal places, we're going to have 44.42, oops, 44.42 degrees. Done. Yet again, name our sides, find the right angle, straight across from it, hypotenuse. Find the angle, straight across, opposite, and the one that's left is the adjacent. Okay, sine, cos, SOHCAHTOA to decide which function we're using. So in this case, we know the opposite and we know the adjacent. Tick off the O's, tick off the A's. One with two ticks is tan this time. So we are going to be using the tan function. So tan, oops, a daisy. Tan x degrees is equal to opposite over adjacent, so fill in our numbers. So tan x is equal to the opposite, which is 7 centimetres. Oops, a daisy, that shouldn't have happened. 7 over 12. Again, we need to use the inverse function. So tan to the minus 1, 7 over 12 is equal to our angle x. Put that into the calculator as it is. So shift tan to get the inverse function, and the angle is x is equal to 30.2564, 30.2564, ... round to 2 decimal places, unless otherwise told, but we'll stick to that, and we'll make it 30.26 degrees. Okay, name the side. So we are looking for right angle straight across. We have hypotenuse. Find the angle straight across, that's the opposite. And the one that's left is the adjacent. Again, SOHCAHTOA to decide whether we're using sine, cos or tan. Tick off what we know and what we want to know. So we have got the opposite, tick off the O's, and we want to know the adjacent, so we're going to tick off the A's. This time we're going to be using tan. So tan 62 degrees is equal to the opposite side, which is 6.4 divided by x. Okay, cokes, so we need to rearrange this. So rearranged, so we have x by itself. We have x equals 6.4 over tan 62. Put that into the calculator as it is, and we will get the length of x. So putting that into the calculator gets me x equal to 3.4029. Rounding to 2 decimal places, we are going to have 3.40 centimetres. Right angle triangle again. Name the sides. Straight across from the right angle is the hypotenuse. Straight across from the angle is the opposite, and the one left is the adjacent. SOHCAHTOA to decide what function we're using. So we want to know the opposite, so tick off the O's, and we know the hypotenuse, tick off the H's. The one with 2 ticks is sine. So we are going to do sine 60 degrees is equal to the opposite side divided by the hypotenuse. So fill in the numbers. We have sine 60 degrees is equal to what we don't know, the opposite side, x, and the hypotenuse is 10. Rearrange to leave x by itself. X is equal to 10 sine 60. Put that into the calculator to find x, and we get 8.6602 ... round it to 2 decimal places, and that's going to be 8.66 centimetres. Done.